While Republicans are busy trying to rip Medicaid and food stamps away from struggling families, you know, their favorite pastime besides banning books and pretending they've read the Bible, they're also sneakily working to make sure getting sick can still ruin your credit score and your life. And the wildest part, no one is talking about it. Literally zero major outlets that I could find are covering this. I checked. So I need your help getting this info out to as many people as possible. Please engage from the bottom up, making sure to leave a comment, repost, like, and favorite the video. I'll also be posting it on all of my other platforms so you can share there too. Here's the fast version. Right before Biden left office, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the agency that exists specifically to protect you from being financially steamrolled by corporate America, finalized a rule saying that medical debt shouldn't tank your credit score. Because, shockingly, whether or not you can pay off a surprise $20,000 ambulance ride doesn't actually say much about whether you'll pay your rent on time. Crazy, I know. Cool rule though, right? Yeah, it was until conservative business groups sued to stop it. At first, the CFPB's lawyers were fighting back and defending this important rule. But then Trump and the GOP took power. The CFPB, now under new management that believes consumer protection is just too woke, I guess, announced that they won't be defending the rule anymore, which is rich considering their literal job title includes the words protecting consumers. But wait, it gets worse.
It always gets worse.
At the same time that business groups were suing to stop the rule, 14 Republicans in the House and 6 in the Senate said, you know what would make this even more dystopian? Let's not only block the rule, but also ban the CFPB from making any similar rule ever again. And they filed resolutions in both chambers to do just that. So to recap, they want to take away your health care and make sure that if you get sick, the debt tanks your credit, keeps you from renting a home, and maybe even gets you fired when your employer runs a credit check. All while they scream about family values. And it's at this point I have to ask, how many more times are Republicans in Congress going to have to spit in Americans' eyes before voters finally realize that they don't give a f about us? Because simultaneously fighting to take away people's health insurance and to make sure that any medical debt they get saddled with as a result of losing that health insurance can still destroy their lives and leave them homeless and unemployed is some elite tier cruelty. We're talking some real supervillain level shit, y'all. So that brings us to now. Currently, the CFPB's rule is on hold as both sides present their case before a Texas federal court, which is expected to rule on the matter no later than August 11th. But even if the court sides with us, the fight will still be far from over, as the resolution brought by those 14 Republicans in the House and 6 in the Senate could still kill the rule. I'm reaching out to a few Senate Democrats' offices to find out what kind of action we, the people, can take to help defend this rule, and we'll obviously keep y'all posted on that. But in the meantime, the fight to protect low-income Americans' access to Medicaid and to stop them from having to accrue that medical debt in the first place is reaching its final stages. And this is likely our last chance to stop those cuts from happening. I'm hoping that y'all will join me in calling your U.S. Senator to demand they vote no on any budget that contains cuts to Medicaid funding, as Trump's big, beautiful bill still does. Republican leadership says they could vote as early as Saturday, so make sure to call as soon and as often as possible, even if it's after hours and you're just leaving a voicemail. Thanks, y'all.